Greetings, everybody. I am Watch Mojo. No, that's a different channel. Anyway, welcome to Wolfinia. Today, we're going to be leaving Wolfinia behind for just a little bit to focus on something that lies just outside of Wolfinia's borders, the Wolfen's Aquatic Research Facility, otherwise known as W.A.R.F. Now, the Wolfen's Aquatic Research Facility, as the name suggests, is home to a lot of our aquatic-based farms and stuff like that, including our Guardian farm down here, which we are going to be working on today, which promises to be exciting, I guess is a word. A pain in the butt, a few other words that might be suitable. But W.A.R.F. also houses other farms as well. We have our Kelp farm over here, we have our Sea Pickle farm around here, and we have our Bucket farm, otherwise known as the fishermen that, you know, live and work on W.A.R.F, who sell us buckets with fish in them. Now, we have been getting some complaints from these fishermen lately that it's a bit drafty over here at W.A.R.F. Well, let me ask you a question. You ever consider closing the windows? Watch this. It's like magic. Huh? No more draft. See that? Y'all look like y'all are so helpless. Can't even close a window by yourselves. That's fine. You did file the paperwork. You put in the work orders. So I'll handle it. I'll handle everything. You see that? We got wonky stairs too. Did nobody want to warn me? We got wonky stairs. That's just more stuff for me to fix. Good morning, everybody. This is day 2 of fixing windows. Real exciting stuff. There you go, my friend. No more pages flapping in the breeze for you. Now, I have probably missed quite a few windows and stairs, but we will update blocks as necessary. Another thing that happened, though, when we ascended, you might remember, is some of our chests got separated, and we do need to convert these back into double chests. So, I guess I'll go ahead and handle that, too. Might as well, right? Before we get around to the fun stuff. Fun. Maybe for you guys watching at home. Maybe for you guys that like to see me in pain. I'll tell you what, not looking forward to messing with this Guardian farm today. That's why I'm kind of putting it off and doing this busy work first. Trying to formulate a plan as to how we can safely do this. Can I fly up here? Oh, yes! I am a genius! Yeah, let's build up my confidence. This is good. I like how this is going. I mean, do we really need to get W.A.R.F back up and running? We got stuff. We just make do with what we got, huh? Hey, y'all are cool, right? Y'all wouldn't tell Mr. Wolfens if I said something he might not approve of, would you? No, I didn't think so. Yeah, we're cool. We're all cool. You know, I was just thinking that maybe if the... Dang it. I was just thinking, you know, if the apostates had succeeded in stopping the ascension. Oh boy, that would have saved me a whole lot of work. All right, well, now that everything else is taken care of, it's time to shift our focus down here to today's main project, the Guardian farm. You know what, this is fine. Maybe we just leave it like this. Because look, they're going in the hole. Go in the hole. Go in the hole. Yeah, see, they're going in the hole. We're getting stuff. Maybe this is fine. Those are good enough rates. No, can't be lazy. We got work to do here. We got work to do. Keep trying to talk myself out of it, but we can't do that. Mr. Wolfens likes his prismarine. We're going to get Mr. Wolfens his prismarine. Now, we're not only going to fix the Guardian farm in this episode, we're going to upgrade it. Because anything worth doing is worth overdoing. Now, I am happy to report that at this point, I do have a plan for how we're going to handle the upgrades and repairs to our Guardian farm. How good that plan actually is, we'll see. It's probably not that good, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. I don't want to deal with you guys. Okay, well, you know, we're fine. It's going to be fine. So, W.A.R.F has gone through numerous changes over the course of its existence. In Phase 1, we added these grids of soul sand. For Phase 2, we added these spawning chambers. For Phase 3, we're going to make this entire floor soul sand, which means a lot of this stuff that we've added is going to have to come out, including all these spawning chambers. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. We can let all the stuff in here wash away because it should all make its way into the storage system, because that's how this place was designed. But these spawning chambers, they do have glass that goes all the way up to the top, which I am going to have to remove. And that is going to be a huge pain in the butt, because that means I'm going to have to go up there with the Guardians, deal with them. That's the part I'm really not looking forward to. But it's got to be done, right? So at this point, let's go ahead and call the drone on over here, put on a little bit of music, and get to work. Ow! Dang it! Dang it! Ow! Ow! Dang it! Dang it! I can't get down. Okay, this is bad. I need out. Oh my goodness. This is the end, guys! This is the end. We're fine. We're fine. Yep, we're fine. It's just a totem. Nope. I need out of here or I am going to die. No! Please, no. Okay, that's fine. You know what? This is probably the best way to get out of here if we get into trouble again, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's good, that's good. And then we can just ride this up, and that will take us back to where we want to be. That would have been nice to think about earlier. That should have figured into my planning. An escape route, you know? Way to egress if we get into trouble. Well, at least we know about that now. Oh, I freaking hate this place. Listen, I don't want to talk about it. All right? That was miserable. It was the worst. Oh my goodness. You might notice I am down roundabouts 50 levels or so. We had an incident. Couple close calls, but one definite incident. But on the bright side, the Guardian farm is now up and running, as far as drops go anyway. So, we got that going for us. If nothing else, right? Oh. Hate this place. Something I'm noticing is that I am getting a lot of raw cod in the overflow for our storage, which we should not be getting. Like, the raw cod shouldn't be going into this section of the storage system. It should actually be going back behind here, like separated for villager trading purposes. So I'm wondering why that's not the case. We're gonna have a look at our redstone real quick. Well, there's your problem right there. Your chests are separated, and you didn't stick them back together. Genius. Oh, crap. There we go. That is a little bit better. Yeah, I want to stress, no actual cod are getting hurt. For some reason, these Guardians drop cod. I'm guessing that was their stomach contents. So, why the villagers want these? I don't know. I don't want to think about it. But we are not done yet, because remember, our Guardian farm used to have two modes, a drops mode and an XP mode. And if we're restoring W.A.R.F to its former glory, we need to restore everything. And that includes a barrier between me and the Guardians. I honestly have no idea why I would have taken that down. That makes no logical sense at all, but then again, this is me we're talking about. So, first things first, let's make this place a little bit safer. Boom! Got my sign up, so now we can actually see what this lever does. Differentiates between drops mode and XP mode. And I do have the drone flying around up in the air. That way you guys can see what happens as we switch modes from the safety of our little room here. I just put up some glass around here. That way, you know, they can't shoot me while I'm waiting for them to come on down. But the Guardian should have no problem coming on down, and once they hit the bottom in drops mode, they will go kersplat, and then all their drops will be elevated for collection. So we know that works. Now the question is, will XP mode work? So if we flip this lever, what that should do is that should unleash a water stream that will cushion the Guardian's fall, and also wash them into our item elevators for elevation to us. So instead of the items going up to the top and then falling down in front of us, it should be the Guardians getting elevated to the top and falling down in front of us, which they are currently doing. Wonderful. So, yeah, this all seems to be going very well. Better than I would have thought, given all the mess we went through earlier. I deserve this. Yeah. And you guys, you deserve this. And there we go, all mended up. Now, that's great and all, but I couldn't help but notice we are starting to get a little backed up here. So maybe what we could try is a faster clock. That way we can clear the drops out of the dropper faster, and hopefully that does the trick. And it seems we may be getting a gradual backup down here as well, on top of some drops just straight up not being collected. But I think we can fix that. Because now that we no longer have Bedrock stopping us, we can dig a little bit deeper and add a supplementary collection system. Now, this might be a little excessive, but what I did was I added a second set of droppers down here, which would collect all the stuff that falls onto this area right here. And what we could also do is actually drop these hoppers down a little bit more. That way this new set of droppers is now our primary set. Can I have my hopper back, please? Thank you. This new set of droppers is going to be the primary set of droppers used for item transportation. Now, if these ones ever get used, that means we are severely backed up, and we're just gonna have to start destroying stuff. Items, I mean, destroying items. So I'm gonna leave that alone for a little bit and see if we get any backups anywhere. In the meantime, I do want to check out some of our other farms over here at W.A.R.F. For instance, our sea pickle farm right here. So if we flip this switch, we can see if this is working, which it's not. Now this should be a pretty simple fix because we just have 2 sets of pistons that should be alternating their extensions, creating a shifting floor that kind of just goes back and forth, right? So really, this is probably just a matter of getting the timings right on them. Sea pickles! I see pickles! I see sea pickles! I think we got it. Alright, how are we looking up here? We're looking good. Looking very good. How are we looking down here? Not as good. Why do I not see pickles coming in? Because I have wonky item elevators. Yeah. That just ain't gonna work for us here. So let's go ahead and this should just be a simple matter of popping this piece of glass out and then putting it right there. There we go. We're probably going to also have to do this to several other item elevators around here. Kind of a pain in the butt. But we are not getting any more sea pickles coming in despite that because I'm out of bone meal. That's fine. We're not actually out of bone meal. We're just out of bone meal in that particular dispenser. But we have bone meal right here that we can put into that dispenser. And speaking of our bone meal, we are going to touch on our bone meal / kelp farm next. As soon as we make sure everything over here in the sea pickle farm is in working order. So, we put our bone meal in here. We should now be good. All right. I see pickles going where they belong. Into their chest. Wonderful. Silence! Moving on. We have another farm we're going to be working on over here at W.A.R.F today, and that is our kelp farm. Now, while this was working fairly decent for us, I do think that it is about time we gave this bad boy an upgrade. Oh, you feel that? Of course you did. They felt that all the way out in the end. That was intense. So the kelp seems to be making its way to where it belongs over here in the kelp storage. Now, once the kelp storage fills up all the way, which should be fairly soon because the chests are pretty much all filled up. The hoppers behind are getting filled up. Once these all get filled up, kelp will be diverted over here into this stream, which will bring it over here to these composters where it will be converted into bone meal. Now, once all the bone meal has been converted, the composters get backed up, our kelp will get diverted further and brought upstairs to be converted into dried kelp. Now, I am concerned that we will not be producing enough kelp to justify everything we're using the kelp for, which is why I have this upgrade plan for today. Now, things are quieting down a bit because that big harvest of kelp has been put away. You can now see our kelp rates more accurately reflected, and I would describe this as insufficient. Seriously? None of y'all been selling green terracotta this whole time? That's fine. I'll just make my own. Which would have happened anyway. I'm gonna need a fair amount of this stuff. Now, as far as upgrades for the kelp farm go, we are going to be adding a lot more harvestable area because we have tons of room in here. There's no point in being limited to just 2 harvesting platforms, right? We could have several. How many exactly? Do I look like the type of guy that takes measurements? I don't know. Well, I did actually do a bit of planning for this because this is going to be our new harvesting mechanism. Using observers and powered rails, we can actually run this up through the water and get our signal for our kelp harvesters run up pretty much as far as we need to go. Now, hopefully, it is as simple as just stacking these modules one on top of the other. We'll see, though. So, I mean, at this point, you guys know the deal. I hopefully know the deal. Let's go ahead and call the drone on over here, put on a little bit of music, and get to work. Welcome back, everybody. We have our kelp farm back up and running, better than it's ever been, harvesting more kelp than it ever has, maybe, I don't know. I forgot to put soul sand in here. Why not just finish doing the project before I bring you guys back in? That way I can show you what we've done. That'd be too easy, wouldn't it? That'd be way too easy. Yep, got a little ahead of myself, forgot the final step. This one row of kelp here at the bottom, there's one bottom section of one of these things. It needs some soul sand, and I meant to do this in the time lapse, so just, you know, for my sake and for yours, just pretend we're still in the time lapse. Welcome back, everybody. I now have my soul sand down here, bubbling our items up to the top, so no more slow items. Now everything is getting collected in an expedient manner. Now, putting in the soul sand did lead to an unforeseen problem where items were coming up too fast and then getting slingshotted over to on top of the glass shelf right there, but we put down stone bricks to kind of alleviate that issue, and now it seems everything is working as it should. All our kelp is falling down to where it should fall, and everything appears to be good here. And I think I hear our kelp being converted into bone meal. Yes, it is. That means our kelp storage is full. We're now creating bone meal. And once we have created enough bone meal to fill up this section, items will be diverted this way to the furnaces to be converted into dry kelp. Now, that is not something I am worried about right now. We'll address that at some later date. But now that that is taken care of, I want to make my way back to the withering house, because there is something I told you guys that we would take care of in the last episode. So we might as well turn the farm on. I have this real bad habit of wanting to work on my farms while they're actually running. I don't know why that is. But there was this matter of the item transportation over here that I wanted to take care of. Not because it didn't work. It did work, but it looked really sketchy and I didn't trust it. So I think I know how we can fix that. So I think something like this should work. We'll have the center of our item elevator right here, and then an opening right here, so that way items pop out of this opening, slide across the ice into the hopper. Now there is only one way to know if it's actually going to work, and that is to see if it actually works. So let's see if we can get up here real quick before those items go to wherever they're going to go. Yeah, there we go. Nice. You can keep going. Very good. And just to confirm, everything looks amazing. I really should have just done this in the last episode. I don't know why I didn't. Yes, I do. Because I ran out of time. That's why. Another thing I said I would check out in between episodes but didn't is the fact that we had a piglin that spawned out here. Now, I did notice while editing that I had my shulker boxes set up right here, so it's possible, even likely, that he spawned on those. Or maybe up here. That actually seems more likely. Yeah, I didn't slab over everything I should have slabbed over. Go figure, right? Yeah, I'm assuming that's it. And that I didn't miss anything else. Now, as far as W.A.R.F goes, we're looking pretty good over here as of right now, but I will be stress testing this thing in between episodes. By stress testing, I mean I will be taking out all my stress, all my frustrations on these guardians. And, you know, I'll let you know how it does when we come back next time. But I feel like we're looking pretty good here as of right now. There we go. We're looking very good here as of right now. Mr. Wolfins will be very happy. And if Mr. Wolfins is happy, then I am happy. So, I think that's what we're going to go ahead and call it for today, guys. W.A.R.F is back up and running. The Guardian farm is back up and running. The Kelp farm is back up and running. We've got sea pickles. We got buckets. What more could you ask for? So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to hit that little thumbs up button. That would mean a whole lot to me. And if you want to see more of Wolfinia, please remember to subscribe. But as always, I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I deeply appreciate it. And until next time, I am Mando. No. Grogu? No. It doesn't matter. I will see you guys later.